Hello guys, Student Sosi here. Welcome to another video of reacting to people's setup. In today's video, we're going to be reacting to Marques Brownlee, aka MKBHD. Yes, that's it, MKBHD. This setup is from 11 years ago, I think. Yeah, something like that. So this setup is actually that old, but I bet it's going to look good. So without wasting any time, on with the video.
Hey, what is up guys, MKBHD here, and welcome to the long-awaited setup tour video. So I did the setup tour project video right before final exams, and I'm actually still wearing that No Sleep Team bracelet, so thanks to Ty Moss and crew, that got us through finals obviously. But now that finals are over and finished taking them, I actually had the time to put some of those papers away and actually
that's clean.
get my setup together and actually start to put together more videos. So this is the room that a lot of videos are, well, most videos really are shot in and dreamt up, and this is I guess an overall tour of that setup. So I'm going to start left to right since that's usually how it goes, and right off the bat you have a 4-bank of lights, some fluorescent lights here. This is actually, so this is a pillow from Throwboy. Actually, so is this one. These are both Throwboy pillows. And this is a one-of-a-kind piece of art, actually. This is a 24 by 24 inch solid metal frame. Basically, Justin Maller, if you guys haven't already heard of him, I've shouted him out on Twitter a couple of times, makes some awesome art, and that is one of his facets. And it's obviously the Daft Punk logo from Ram. So that is what that is, and I'm about to be hung on the wall next to these other facets I have here, so that's pretty awesome. And this is this bookshelf, which really was what mostly got cleaned after final exams. So some textbooks from the last semester, some microfibers, and cameras. That's the Canon C100. And
100 subscribers.
GH4, which I'm playing with a lot more. And as you might have noticed, my videos have been, the last few, except for this one, have been in 4K recently. So I'll be talking more about that in another video. And this here is the plaque that YouTube sends when your YouTube channel hits 100,000 subscribers. I got that a couple of months ago. You're also supposed to get one when you hit 1 million subscribers, but obviously this one was more than a year late, so I don't know when that one will come. But this is a silver plaque, and I obviously wouldn't have this without you guys, so I'm going to thank you for that one. And that is a camera bag, and actually some business cards. I think I vowed to show you guys these after CES, but I never actually got to, so boom. There is what the business card looks like with the new logo and everything. Oh, and the back, of course. That's really where I was proud of that. So, anyway, that's the bookshelf, pretty much the most boring part. So over here, package I need to show.
This room is kind of like motivating. It kind of like reminds me of my room. My room is basically as small as this, and this is, I believe, it's his college room. I don't know. This room is very clean and neat, and you don't have a lot of things in it. I like this room. I like this room because I like to clean my room just as much as he does, or maybe even more. Just that, you know, I don't have as much things to clean.
Some storage, my backpack, which I happen to use every day because I'm a student, and actually I have in here my laptop, which is the 13-inch Retina MacBook Pro, and it has this black decal on it, which I've always had on it since the first day I got it, so that's that. Where I sleep. This is the printer that I use, which is this Epson Artisan 730. Again, this is boring stuff, mostly for school. This is my daily tablet of choice. It is the Nexus 10, and I happen to really, really want the next version of that to come out soon. A clock that's not on right now. And my wallet, which is a little thing I got from Kickstarter, if it would focus. This is a sort of a small Nexus stitched looking thing.
It has my eyes.
That's okay. I'm shooting with the RX 100, so it'll focus when it wants to. So this is the beginning of the desk setup part that a lot of people are curious about.
So the most interesting
I'm gonna go left to right because that seems easiest here. A lot of the video gear, I'm not gonna like review everything I talk about, but if you guys want to see maybe a more detailed video of, I guess, how I shoot videos or what I use for different shots or something like that, maybe leave me a comment of what you want to see or a thumbs up if you're interested in that idea. But anyway, this is a monopod. This is a recently acquired monopod because the one I was using before wasn't quite this hefty, but this is from Manfrotto, and it is a piece that stands up by itself, so it has this little underrated tool. Basically, you hold it up to the camera, and in post-production, you can match the whites to the white and the blacks to the black and get all the colors to match. And I'm still
Okay,
learning
let's
this
just
kind of
move
stuff,
a little
but
forward because
obviously this isn't quite white balanced perfectly because that doesn't look perfectly gray, does it?
he's
You
mainly
know, it does
talking
not.
about cameras.
I want to charge my iPad mini Retina and iPhone 5S. This is a
Okay.
giveaway coming up soon. And some drawers. Obviously, these aren't that interesting. It's just kind of what I have in here. I mean, a calculator, memory cards, USB cable, random stuff like that. Unboxing knife. But for the most part, there's phones in here. There are cables and video gear and microphones and filters and batteries and stuff.
Let's
That
move
is
on to
because
his
the
setup.
slider is on this hi-hat tripod. So there you go, fun fact. I'm gonna put this back here. So you may have noticed it's not the cleanest desk in the world. I tend to say I'm kind of a minimal person, but definitely not the most minimal. So this is the tablet, and
Alright.
it has a filter.
He's mainly talking about
front, but no
cameras.
lens. 5S in quietly awesome camera, and it does a lot of things. Connected to the Mac, but yeah, this is completely black keyboard, but other than that it's just a regular Apple keyboard, so that's pretty sweet. I have no idea what this chair is. No idea.
Okay.
You can probably find it at Staples, but it's a chair, so it
That
works.
is definitely a
This
gaming
is the
chair.
mouse I use, the Logitech Performance
office
MX, and it's a pretty popular mouse. You've probably already heard of it, just on this regular looking mouse pad.
I've heard of it.
So these are the displays I use, and a lot of people have asked about the stand that the displays are on top of, and that is from OFC Express. Ow, from OFC Express, and they're made of really just wood, and they're painted black, and they're actually meant to hold a TV, but basically, since I have two displays here, I put them on top, one on each side, and that works perfect.
Well, if you're a gamer, actually, that kind of setup is kind of like tripping. You know what I mean? Because you need to have at least a main monitor for for your game, because you cannot play your game while your monitor is basically leaned to your right or your left, while the other monitor is basically almost somewhere in the middle of your body part. I'll just say somewhere here. Otherwise, if you game with two monitors at the same time, you will have this huge gap somewhere here in the middle, which is not actually advisable for Call of Duty Warzone because you'll get shot at. So yeah, but I think
So the
he's got the right
displays
idea.
are the Asus PQ321Q displays. They're 3840 by 2160. They're 4K displays. Obviously, they don't always have nothing on them, but when I do a video, there you go. macOS 10 just lets you swoop over to the new spaces. The studio monitors I have are no longer sold, actually, but they are iKey Audio M505V2 studio monitors, 5-inch woofers,
Never heard of
1-inch
it.
tweeter at the top. I'm a big fan of high quality audio, and whenever I can listen to it, I'm listening to them on
Me
this.
too, me too.
Coming from the Focusrite Scarlett 2i2. And that is the preamp. That's where I will record audio, and that's where it'll output audio to the speakers, or studio monitors, whatever you want to call them, through this. So that's pretty sweet. And I mentioned audio, so I guess I'll go right here to the audio rig section. And this is this is what, there's the Mac
Does he
Pro
have
that
a
runs the
computer?
show right now. It's on macOS 10 10.9.2 because the 10.9.3 into this apartment, and one of them's of Paris, one of them's of London, but I don't know what they're called, so I guess you can Google image search to try to find them. But that's the surface of the desk, and that's really what the tour is all about, right? This is the other side of the room. I have these, again, this light, there's the other one. That's the closet, not too much important in there, except maybe those boxes. But that's the essence of the room tour. Probably the easiest edit I will ever have, because I don't really have to cut very much video to upload this to YouTube. It'll just be in 1080p, as you guys have already seen. But yeah, that's it, guys. If you have any questions, feel free to drop them in a comment below. I might do a separate video about them. This is, by the way, I don't have perfect cable management, as I wish I did.
Oh,
There's a Blue Lounge
cable
cable box
management.
here with gaffer tape, and another one here, and another one down there. But This is the battery charging station. So the red volt batteries charge there, the
I
5V
wish I had
batteries
that.
charge there, the C100 batteries charge, the rechargeable AA's for my mouse and my keyboard, and the Anton Bauer backpack batteries. All this stuff is a charging station, basically. Anyway, that'll be it. Giveaway coming soon. Much more stuff to come. Stay tuned on Twitter if you want to be first to hear about the giveaway. But this has been the MKBHD Post-Final Exam 2014 Setup Tour. Thanks.
Now, I kind of like this room a lot. So yeah, that's basically it. It's motivating. Let me know what you think in the comment section, and if you like this kind of videos, drop a comment in the comment section. That way I can keep making more videos like this. And if you want to talk and communicate, and if you want to show me your setup, head on over to my Discord server that where we can actually talk. Now, see you in the next video.